Hey, welcome to the Tippy Jo Show. We got Kyle with us today. Sometimes he's a stranger, he's not around. And then, of course, our guest is Alan.
What's up, Alan?
What's up? You're only here because I'm here, right?
That is why.
Yeah.
I've set out the last couple episodes like, oh, Alan's going to be there. I'll be there. You should feel special.
I do.
You should feel special because, you know, he's not really interested in hanging out with us much anymore. But once he heard you were going to be here, it was like Christmas morning.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I feel special for you guys even allowing me to be here. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Hey, you be doing a lot of stuff down at the underground.
I be doing a lot of things in general.
Yeah,
but,
you do be.
We see you mainly work your
But
magic
yes.
down there.
Yeah.
What else do you do?
I work at a radio station. Those are my two main things. But then, you know, I get roped into other shit a lot. So
You want to give your radio station a shout out?
yeah,
Or?
I work for Froggy 96 down in Farmington. I'm a news reporter down there. A lot of fun.
Nice.
What do you
very
report
awesome.
on?
Local news.
But like, what, how do you find your news?
I mean, you know,
Sorry.
so like a lot of it's like, you know, town hall meetings, school board meetings, car crashes. You know, occasionally there's an exciting day where there's a drug bust, you know.
Nothing too exciting.
Do you like
happening.
go on scene and like
no.
witness it, or just be like, this happened today
Yeah.
because someone told
Wouldn't
me?
that
it
be
was
great? He's
reported
like,
to
Alan
me."
here reporting on
Yeah.
scene.
I mean, that would be fun.
That would be.
But no, a lot of it, you know, I mean, I won't lie. Quite a bit of it actually comes from other sources. You know, it's like, oh, hey, they reported on that. I should report on that too. But, you know, just like, you know, press releases get sent out and, you know, that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
it all makes its way to me somehow.
All the standard
cool.
stuff
Yeah.
you got to report on as a local radio station.
That's it.
So what made you fall in love with the media?
You know, I guess so in middle school,
Which was like last year, right?
Right. So I was in middle school, and I went to Farmington, and to get out of an art class, I took a journalism class. It was like the first year they had it, and because I hate art, like physical art. I'm a terrible drawer.
You mean you're bad at it,
Yes.
so you don't like it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean I like looking at it. But yeah, so I took that class and just ended up really enjoying it, and then I kept doing it in high school, and then I ended up getting a job at J98, also in Farmington, and then I worked there for a couple years. They laid everybody off, and now I'm at Froggy.
Nice. So is that, so you just got into, and then you started doing the Park Hills Underground radio stuff as
Yeah.
well, kind of on the side.
Yeah, well, so, you know, yeah, when I first met Jason, he was like, hey, I want to start a radio station. I'm like, you're crazy. But then, you know, he ended up bringing me on there, and basically a year later, we had a radio station going. So we do, we've got an online radio station. We play a bunch of local bands, but then also like regional bands and touring bands that have came through. And we've got a podcast network, also Park Hills Underground Radio. You can find all that on Spotify. Shameless plug.
Yeah, heck yeah. It's cool because you pretty much run the Park Hills Underground Radio, don't you? Like you do
Yeah.
all the programming
Yeah.
and
Yeah, it's a lot of just kind of plug and play, but then there's some technical stuff where, like, it took some learning, you know. But yeah.
Yeah. So we just recently found out today, right before we started recording, that this man is only 20.
Yeah.
By the way,
He's done so much.
yeah.
Yeah.
Our minds were actually blown because I mean, you do a lot, and you have accomplished a lot in the time that we've known you.
fucking not.
Yeah, we weren't doing that kind of shit. We were
Right.
like twiddling our thumbs and getting drunk in alleyways and like dumb shit. You know what I mean?
You know, I do my fair share of that stuff too. But yeah, yeah, you know, it's I don't know. A lot of it I just kind of stumble my way into,
Yeah.
to be totally honest. Like, I mean, do you want to hear the story of how I even got involved in Park Hills
Well,
Underground?
of course.
Yeah.
Okay, so still in high school at the time, which, you know, was like yesterday. So again, I wrote for the high school newspaper, and I sent the Park Hills Underground Facebook page a message one day. I go, hey, this place looks cool. I'd like to come, you know, interview you guys, find out, you know, more. And so I went in, I asked Jason, the owner, one question, and we talked for about 2 hours.
That does happen. That does happen
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah. So, and then at the end of the conversation, he goes, "Is there anything else you want to ask me?" I go, "No."
Not gonna make that mistake again, sir.
It's like, well, I didn't need to. He covered everything I wanted to know in those 2 hours and more, like plenty more. So, So I came back the next week, and he was like, "Hey, I need help with social media." I'm like, "All right, I'll see what I can do." And then at the time, there was another guy there doing the booking, booking all the bands and that kind of stuff. Things didn't work out with him. Jason was like, "Hey, can you do this?" I'm like, "No," but I was like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah,
but,
I'll figure it out, right?
Yeah, and so we were looking at the calendar, and this was March of 2023. We were looking at the calendar. This guy before me didn't really have anything booked beyond like the first week of April. So I ended up booking like 8 shows in 2 days.
Nice.
Which I can never do again, by the way, because like now it can be tough to get things booked. But it is what it is. But then it's all just kind of spiraled through there. I book all the bands. I do as much as I can with social media. I do the radio stuff. At this point, I run sound a lot. So yeah.
Just like three different full-time jobs you got going.
In one,
For freaking sure. You're down there all the time.
Yeah, like I was telling you guys, or you all were here like 4 or 5 days a week sometimes.
Yeah,
Which is crazy.
insane.
But I'm sure you're there a lot after hours and when nobody else is in there.
Yeah, well, and, that's the times that I get things done.
Well, yeah, but what I really want to know is, have you experienced... Now, we went and did a
No,
ghost
you're
tour.
not right now.
We went and did a ghost tour at the Underground, and I want to know,
So,
have you experienced anything
I
in
have
there?
never seen anything firsthand,
Okay.
but I've definitely heard shit.
Ooh,
Like,
spooky.
there's a lot of times, I'm there alone,
Like voices or just noises?
noises that I know it's an old building, it's a
Yeah.
basement, so maybe it's just that, but I like to think it's the ghosts. It's because it's a cooler story to tell,
Yeah. That'd be
So-
scary as hell. Not while I'm in there. I'd be like, "That's just the pipes. It's just the pipes." I'd be shutting the door. I'm like,
the ghosts are my friends. We hang out,
"Oh man, having that big window there, I'd be scared shitless in there. Just like, what the fuck's gonna pop into that window?"
Yeah, it's just somebody just comes in. I don't know.
I'm one of those people that like stares into the darkness for a long time. Like if you think you see something, and I just like stare real hard. Like, is that or is it not? Is that a pile of clothes or is this a demon?
Shit up in our head.
Yeah, you ever wake up at night and like the corner of your bedroom? It's like, yeah, that's probably my sleep paralysis demon. But, it's fine. It's actually just a pile of clothes.
Yeah. And I gotta flip the light on real quick, and then I'm like, thank the Lord, I'm not dying today.
No, not me. I just don't look. If I think I see something, if I don't look, it won't kill me for some reason.
I just pretend it's not even. If I think I catch something in my peripheral, no.
Or it's like,
No,
there's
the
like, you
fuck
know
I
what?
did.
I'm going back to bed.
There's actually an incident. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, continue.
go ahead.
Continue.
Okay.
This dude behind the camera right here, all right?
Go ahead.
I can't tell. We're somewhere, and he looks at me and he goes, "Oh my God, someone just walked up those stairs right behind you."
We're somewhere. Yeah, that makes me think you guys were
Shut
somewhere
the
you
fuck
should have
up.
been.
We were somewhere. We were somewhere. We were somewhere. Okay, and he goes,
We were at an
walked up those
undisclosed
stairs. He's
location
like, "No, I'm
underground."
serious." I look at him, I'm like,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And I'm like, but in my mind, I was like, don't even fucking look around, don't pan around, you don't feel nothing. There was nothing there. Yeah, that's why he's trying to fuck with me. But we're outside, and he's like, someone just walked up that stairs. He saw it, and it might have creeped me out a little bit, but I was like,
You just pretend you don't. Pretend you don't see it.
I don't feel nothing. I don't see nothing.
I see shit.
Yeah.
I hear shit.
It's funny, like.
But I was going to say before I was so rudely interrupted. No.
Yeah.
My logic is I'm just going to go back to bed. If it kills me, it kills me. There's nothing I can
Yeah.
do. Like, whatever.
At least if you die sleeping, it's peaceful,
Yeah,
right?
I'm not scared. Yeah.
If the good Lord wants you, he's going to take you, right?
Right.
It's funny, it's funny the little things you think will save you from demons, isn't it? Like, I'll go down in our basement, and our basement is creepy as fuck, and then
Well, that's because you built a kill room, so yes.
There's a kill room, and it's made out of rocks, so it's rock foundation, but then I made a grow tent down there, and it looks like a Dexter kill room. But anyways, I go down there. It's fucking scary, and I'll run up the stairs real quick. And when I get to the top, I'll shut the door, and I have just one of those little chain locks.
What is it?
Like the chain lock's gonna keep the demons in the basement.
And I'll add to that because the bottom 2 screws on that chain lock are a
ripped out.
little
It's
loose,
not gonna
so
hold
it's like
anything.
jiggly, you know.
It's a
So
whole
like
Our
if
cat-
Our
a
cat
ghost wanted
opens
to,
the door by pushing on it, but it's gonna keep the demons from getting me.
that little chain saving your life. Yeah.
That's what scary movies have taught me.
Oh, have they? Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Very nice.
Yeah. Have you guys watched that From?
Oh,
On
that's so
Amazon?
good.
No.
Do you watch anything? I'm sure you're busy all the time.
You know, I really don't. Like, you know, if there's something that comes out that like really piques my interest, I
Yeah.
will. But you know, I don't just like sit down and watch things.
Do you have hobbies?
No.
Nice. I love that for you.
He's like, I'm just always working.
Yeah, you know.
Is that your hobby?
You know, kind of.
That's one of my hobbies.
Right.
It makes sense.
Because I do really, I mean, very few people can say this. I do genuinely enjoy what I do.
Yeah.
So, like, it's, you know, it's not like I have to, you know, I feel the need to do things outside of that.
Yeah.
I guess if that makes sense. You know, and what I do in life really started as a hobby, I guess, in a way. So, it, you know, it just all kind of translates.
yeah.
I saw you like going to concerts. How was the Seether concert?
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And what made that even cooler is I actually got to do photography for it.
Yeah. So you killed that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Chad from the barn, he hit me up. He's like, hey, none of my guys want to shoot this. Do you want to do it? I'm like, yeah.
That's what the cool thing about doing this kind of stuff is like you do get
Yeah.
some really awesome opportunities.
Yeah, you know, I've met people that, you know, a year and a half ago, well, 2 years ago, I never thought I would have met, you know,
yeah.
and I've done things that 2 years ago I never thought I would have
Yeah.
done. So
You're like, I got Afro Man's cell phone number in my phone right now.
I really do. So
You know, I think we all kind of started this journey at the same time. Like your journey
Yeah.
over there and our journey with this and everything about the same time.
I think
2
so.
years-ish.
yeah.
That's awesome. Look at us growing.
And you know, yeah, and it's cool because you know we all work together on things. You know, we all
Yeah.
collaborate.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's,
I harass you about a bunch of shit and ask you stupid questions.
so does he. He goes, hey, can you record this set for me? I'm like,
That's
sure.
what, you know, that's what we were talking about. Are
Yeah.
you going to be there on that? Yeah.
But I mean, just because I'm not there doesn't mean it can't be done.
right.
I'll make sure it's taken care of.
like you, Alan.
I like you too. I like you, and I like you. You're all right.
Oh, gosh.
So of all the events that you've got to attend and cover and do anything with, what has been your favorite?
That's a very loaded question.
It's hard.
Both of the outdoor festivals we've done at the Underground have been really cool.
Those were really
You know,
fun.
last year we did Canna Blaze Fest.
Yeah.
You know, we had a 4 or 5 outdoor, or had an outdoor stage with 4 or 5 bands. You know, a bunch of vendors, food trucks. You know, all kinds of really cool stuff. And
That
then
was a blast.
later that night we had the Afro Man show.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun. And then this past year we kind of rebranded a little bit and did Summer Jam.
Yeah.
And we actually did the whole show outside. We had Rehab and Scotty
Which was
Austin
also
from Saving
awesome,
Abel.
yeah.
Same deal, you know, a bunch of vendors, a bunch of food trucks. It was a lot of fun. So I would say those are definitely up there. You know, the Seether and Skillet show was a lot of fun just because, you know, I had never done photography for something that big.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's a really
What an
cool
opportunity. Absolutely.
You know, and then just, you know, week in and week out, all the shows we have, you know, I've never, I mean, obviously there are some bands and shows that have been better than others, but I've never been, like, left disappointed.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
because, you know, all these bands are absolutely putting in the work and killing it at what they do.
It's funny because like I was never like I listened to like bluegrass, like kind of obscure stuff, and then I went down there and like I'd never really listened to anything any heavier, but that was kind of my introduction to some of the heavier stuff. Like one of my favorite events you guys have done there was the Halloween in June.
Yeah.
And, oh, dude, that
was a lot of
so
fun.
badass.
It made the coolest stickers for it, by the
that's why I
way.
was
Like,
I was like,
literally.
I was like, what month was that? But yeah, like that was so cool. And like I said, it introduced me to like just a whole different genre of music.
Well, you know, it's funny that you say that. So growing up, I like really only listened to like rock and metal music. And then working in radio, I've always been in country music radio. And I always hated country. You know, I was one of those people, I don't like country music.
Yeah.
Well, I like country music.
It grows on
It
you,
really
right?
does.
Yeah.
And like honestly, because a lot of the bands that I book down the underground are rock and heavy metal. I'm so exposed to that really, like, when I'm gonna listen to music just on my own time, it usually is country music or something different.
Yeah. The thing about that, though, I think, is when you were growing up, country music was dog shit.
True.
That
And
is
then
very
just
true.
That's a really good
we
point.
were growing up.
That's
Like
right.
90s country music was like, oh, this is just
I've
twangy enough to
Oh
enjoy.
my god! Like he was literally like just the honka-tonk badonka-donk generation.
Yeah, and I've never really thought about it that way. And then, like, in the last, I don't know, like 4 years maybe, country music has become rock music.
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You've got
It was good country, and then it was pop.
Right.
And that's when I
Yeah.
hated it.
yeah, and don't get me wrong, there's a few artists that came out of that time period that are good now.
Oh, yeah,
Of
100%.
course.
But
Yeah.
but like this like new wave of country music, like I like Hardy, Co Wetzel, Jackson Dean, like these guys that are like doing this like country rock kind of thing. It's really cool.
And
Like
you're
you can almost throw Jelly Roll into
Yeah.
that mix
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
And like the cool thing is, so you
And
know,
now Post Malone
you can
is doing
turn on
country?
105.7 The Point and hear Jelly Roll, and turn
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
Froggy 96 and
He's
hear these same Jelly
everywhere.
Roll
Yeah.
songs.
So many crossovers
Yeah.
now. It's like everything just blends, which I love for artists though, because I love whenever we have people on and we say, "Hey, what's your sound?" and they say a little bit of everything.
Right. Well-
Fucking awesome, because now you're not stuck in a box. Like,
Well,
be creative.
The local example of that is Brokeneck. They're
Oh, yeah.
they've got bluegrass and heavy metal
Yep.
and everything.
I agree with that. Yeah, and they're really good.
They're really good.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. We went down to the last Brokeneck concert that was down at the Underground, and man, they fucking killed it. It
Yeah.
was great.
It's kind of funny. They've always been great. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like they've gotten a little more sober and a little bit better.
That's great.
they're just maturing.
Right. Yeah.
Like a fine wine.
Well, I think what it was, they didn't play shows for a while.
Yeah,
Because before
yeah,
the
yeah.
Underground, there wasn't really
Yeah.
a lot of places to play. So
Yeah.
they're like, you know what, we're going to go hard, get drunk every night or every show and,
Yeah.
have fun. Which, don't get me wrong, is awesome. But they've really tightened up in the last year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that because we talk about it all the time about how before the Underground, there was no venue for original music.
Right.
Absolutely.
Like everything was cover
Not
bands or
just
country
original
music.
but just country music.
Yeah,
mean,
pretty much
which
everything
there
in
is
our
still
area,
room
just
for that
because
at
of
the
the area
Underground.
we are in.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and that's what drew me to that so much. I've grown up, like, I've always loved music, right? That's been a huge part of my life. And the Underground is what I always wanted growing up, as a place to go and see music that wasn't the same cover band sitting in the corner of a bar playing for 4 hours.
Yeah.
But, and so to be a part of that is really cool.
Yeah. And don't get us wrong, we do love a good cover band.
Oh,
Ain't
yeah,
nothing wrong with a cover band. We love it so much. But we love the opportunities
and we
there.
have cover bands down there,
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, yeah.
I won't say regularly, but a handful of times a year, absolutely.
Yeah.
But we definitely dig the opportunities that are presented to these bands who are putting out original music by being able to cross the stage at the Underground.
I think it's inspired a lot
Bars
of the
aren't
cover bands
booking
to
those
work
people.
on their own music.
I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think just from the creation of the Underground, you've seen so many even cover bands turn to start writing their own music, which is cool.
Yeah.
And you've seen so many new bands form because they're
Right.
coming to like
Yeah.
open mic nights and stuff
Yeah.
and meeting other people that play or
Yeah.
sing,
Coming
and then they're
together,
getting
I-
together.
I've had this conversation with a lot of people. We've had bands come in, play their first ever show on a Thursday night open mic, and now they're playing Red Flag and Pops, and they played Point Fest, and
And that's beautiful.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I
So
love
cool.
that.
Was that
Bigfoot.
Yeah, I was just about to say
Well,
Bigfoot.
so-
where they
So
was,
they did the like Road to Point Fest, like the
Yeah.
battle of bands leading up to it, but Intrusive Minds were the ones that actually made it to Point
Good for
Fest.
them.
Which is cool because like I went to school with those kids, so
That's
to
really
see
cool.
people I've known my whole lives,
Yeah, but
make it.
Bigfoot isn't that where they played the first time? Was down at the
Oh
Underground?
yeah, like I mean they did some like bar gigs and stuff before then, but like their first like original, 30 45 minute
Yeah.
sets of full originals. Yeah, that was and it's kind of where they got their start. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so
That's cool.
neat. Yeah.
It's cool because we've seen so many people start their journey at the Underground. So
And then some have started there and went off to other places, but
Yeah.
still, it's still like sowed that seed and they bloomed.
Absolutely.
For sure. And I love being able to follow people's journeys. So I love that we're meeting all these people and we're still friends with all these people, So we get to see them grow and see them grow as artists and, as original artists and grow in their musician, their talent and everything. Like it's awesome to see.
Absolutely.
You play an instrument. You dabble in instruments.
Yeah. You know, I can play some guitar. I can play some bass. I'm a kind of a decent singer, but you know, it's because I do so much in the music industry, like on kind of the administrative side of it. It's hard to be on the musician side.
Oh yeah.
You know, the inspiration's there, I guess, but I don't know. I don't feel
Time
it.
isn't.
Well, time, yeah, time is definitely a part of it, but I don't know. Like occasionally, it's like, yeah, I want to write a song, but it's like I don't really want to sit down and do it. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel that hard because often I'm like, I should write a song.
Right.
That's as far as I get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, like, you know, I do enjoy, you know, like getting up on stage at open jam or singing karaoke or whatever. It is.
I've never seen you sing karaoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done a couple times when we were down there.
I was
that.
like, holy shit, Alan's on stage singing.
Oh my lord.
He just hides
Mark
all
the
kinds of
calendar.
secrets.
Yeah.
Why is she gonna mock it when I want to use my southern accent? It's so rude.
What?
Me?
Yeah,
I'm just.
she's
I have
making
what's
fun of me.
referred to as mockingbirditis. It is uncontrollable. I cannot help it. Please don't be another nationality around me because I am not making fun of you.
gosh. Okay,
I just
Kamala
have a
Harris.
problem.
Sorry, I don't know if I should have said that.
I'm just a little autistic is all, okay?
I hung
Sometimes
out-
I sound like I'm
yeah.
from Canada. Sometimes I'm from Wisconsin.
I hung out with a dude
Wisconsin,
from Wisconsin for like a week, and I came home talking like I was like, what the fuck?
It gets you, man. It gets you.
Yeah, I think I'm that way with like a southern accent though. Like
Yeah.
genuinely, like if I'm around people that have a southern accent for more than like 10 minutes,
Yeah,
I pick up
you
on
just
it.
naturally
Shit gets real
adapt.
thick real quick.
Because I was born and raised in Missouri, but all my family's from South Carolina.
Oh,
So,
okay.
You know,
Yeah.
I
South
guess
Carolina
part of
has
that,
a pretty
yeah.
thick accent some parts.
So
of
it comes out sometimes, you know.
Yeah, that's fine. That's like I'm from Texas, and then I moved to Missouri, and everybody's like, "You have an accent," and I was like, "I don't think I
You know
do."
what?
Yeah, I don't think
you
you
know what
do. I'm
tells
gonna be-
people you from Texas though?
What?
Them damn eyebrows. Them damn dominating fucking eyebrows.
Is that a thing from Texas?
Think about it.
I don't-
Think about it.
I don't think that's Texas. I think
yeah.
that's called genetics.
I think they know how to talk with their eyebrows.
Oh yeah.
No, Kyle's
Down
got a
that
real
way.
problem with those eyebrows. He can't control where they're at on
yeah.
his face.
If I'm
And
mad, I
so-
just have to cover them up so people can't tell. I just start
they're
wearing my
always
sunglasses
here, you
there.
know?
I want to have a calm conversation
Yeah.
with you. I'm not angry.
Let me grab my bandana to put on first. Gotta hide
it's
these
bad,
eyebrows.
Yeah, because I'm like trying to be calm, but my eyebrows are in my hairline, and I'm like, all right.
I'm always like, chill out. He's like, I'm fine. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, you know, I have that problem a lot. So I have a really, really bad resting bitch face. It's so
That'll
bad.
get you.
And all the time people are like, "Are you okay, sweetie? Like, you know, do we need to talk, or are you mad at me, or no? That's just my face. I'm sorry.
So sorry.
I'm not gonna work on it, but I am sorry."
Yeah.
I go along with that face because when he has it, I just kind of walk up to him and
I love it.
Yeah. I don't know.
go, like it.
Little mirror.
I don't know. I think you just have this energy that you give off that it makes people positive. You know.
If I like you, that's the energy you get. If I
right.
don't,
Oh,
you
sometimes
probably think I'm a bitch.
Noted.
That's how it goes with Tina. People either love Tina and are like, she is the sweetest person, or everybody's like, Tina's a bitch.
Fucking bitch.
I've never met Tina before. I only know Joe.
Oh, yeah,
hello.
Joe, yeah. It's funny. I used to be like,
Joe's nice.
Tina is the sweetest person.
And then about
I
another
could
year, he
never
got to know me a
imagine
little
her-
better.
Yeah, and then once I got to know her, I was like, what the fuck, Tina?
I believe now if he described me, it would be, that girl is weird.
I think
that's how
I
everybody.
think that's an
like-
accurate description, though. You know.
I feel like people would also describe me that way, so that ain't
I mean,
saying
I think
nothing.
we're all kind of weird.
think that's like
Yeah,
best
we're all
Five of us
yeah.
in this room are all
Yeah.
on the weird spectrum.
Yeah,
I
agree
don't
with
know if normal exists, to be honest. I don't think, like, who decides
Yeah.
what is normal?
And if it does, why should you be normal?
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. Just be weird. Have fun. It's more fun that way, anyway.
It is, yeah.
So that's when it's torn because we're not lying. Sometimes we look at people and go, what the fuck?
Oh, I definitely have my
Come
like,
on.
what?
They're
I
like,
feel
let
like
your
they're-
freak flag flag fly, but
Definitely
maybe
different
half
categories.
sometimes.
Yeah, of weird,
so
but
working in the music industry, and even with the things you guys do, I'm sure you can attest to this. There's a lot of weird people in what we do. Mm-hmm. But
I
you
like
just
to
you
use
just
the word
learn-
Eccentric.
That's a nice way of putting it. Yeah. But you just kind of learn to deal with it.
Oh yeah. It's funny in this industry.
And then you become them.
yeah. And then there's a lot of egos in this world, and you just have to learn how to kind of
navigate around them.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, that's absolutely a key to doing this kind of thing is not getting an ego.
Yeah.
A big.
Yeah.
I'm fucked.
Like I don't take credit for shit.
That's how I am. I like
Too
being the
late for me.
behind the scenes.
Yeah, you and I have had this conversation. Like we don't take credit for anything.
Yeah. I'm like,
I don't either, but I need to, or people just think she's Tippy Jo, and then
Right.
everywhere we go.
Yeah, I think I've heard people. Oh, so you're Tippy
Oh
Jo.
my God, so
It's
many
like,
times.
no, I'm
You know
Tippy.
what
This is
cracks
Joe.
me up? Exactly. I say that every time, right? And it cracks me. And even if you're not there, I say, no, I'm Tippy. Joe is not here. Joe is the other one. But the thing is, she gets so mad at me like it's my fault. Like I'm whispering to people like, hey, actually, my name is Tippy Jo. Call
Sometimes
me
people
Tippy
think I'm
Jo.
Joe. I'm like,
People
So do
say
you-
Tippy Jo.
she does more lives and stuff independently on her own.
Yeah.
That is just, hey, this
It's-
is Tippy from the Tippy Jo Show. And if
Which
there's
it
5
makes
days in a
sense.
row, then yeah.
So do
people,
you ever get mistaken for Tippy?
Fuck no.
How about you? Do you ever
every
get
once in
mistaken?
a while. Yeah. It's
You're like, oh, you're
just-
Tippy Jo. It's all about you. Huh?
Yeah. For some reason, the title says with Kyle and Tippy
But you
and
know
Joe.
how I honestly
I'm
look
like,
at
why
it?
did you
Because
say
well,
that?
that's just because the Tippy Jo Kyle show. Damn, that actually does kind of work.
It does flow. The Tippy Jo Kyle Show.
Well, like she'd say I can get mad, but sometimes I don't. I do need to put
Sometimes.
myself,
That's
but then
the
I'm like,
keyword.
I just
She
don't
cracked
want
me up.
that necessarily.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
she
yeah.
likes the whole giant social media presence, and like
yeah.
me, not so much. I do like to be in the background working, get to know the people I am meeting, but as far as that giant social media presence of my personal,
Right.
it's
Well,
not.
yeah.
That's
So-
okay for you and all you
We got an
others.
extrovert and an introvert.
Yeah,
That's
like I put it
Dealio.
out there, but if you want to be more nosy, go to my Instagram. I don't post that shit on Facebook. I'm
Yeah.
not on Facebook.
So for a person that's supposed to run social media pages for a business, I'm really bad at running
Yeah.
social media pages.
He's like a phantom.
Yeah.
Well, and part of that is because I do a million other things.
Yeah.
But even when it was my only thing, I was bad at it.
I think you really just got to use a scheduler. You got to be like, all right, this
Yeah.
goes out this day, and just let it do
that's
its
absolutely
thing,
part of
because
it, but
otherwise you'll never get it.
Thankfully, we've got a couple people now that are coming on board to kind of
Yeah.
take over
that's
that
good.
portion of it for me. So yeah.
It's nice to have a team to like.
It
That's
is.
what's cool about like all of this. I feel like so like we each kind of have our own jobs that we do, and that's really nice because it's like okay, we know this person deals with this. We know this person deals with this.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
That's the way.
Sometimes we all be slacking.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why we're a team because
Yeah.
it's nice because we can go through phases where like, hey man, I just don't fucking feel like
The
it
other one will
today,
be
Yeah.
picking
and
it
everybody
up.
else will pick it up. So we all go through that. There have been times where every single one of us at some point is just not giving it our all, but everybody else kind of supports that person, and we just work through
It's
it.
like, Friday. So Friday night I got to work at the radio station, so I won't be at the underground. And I told Jason, I go, hey, I think I'm just gonna take this week off. I'm like, hey, like I got to get caught up on other shit. He's like, all right.
Yeah.
Like it's not a thing, you know, like
Yeah.
because he knows that the rest of our team can fill in that little gap,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you're working that much, you just have to make sure you are taking time for yourself.
Well, and honestly though, part of that time that I'm taking not being there is still going into the underground because like when I'm there, I can't actually focus on the administrative side of it.
Yeah.
Really, like if that makes sense, because
Yeah.
I'm running sound, so I can't check emails, I can't work on the radio stuff. So really, like I'm still dedicating my time to it. I'm just not physically there.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna get more done this way.
Yeah.
Getting caught up on that
Right.
big pile of work. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
Hey guys, it's Tippy here from the Tippy Jo Show, and I want to talk about mental health. You guys know that we are huge mental health advocates, and we are all about getting the help that you need. And one great way to do that is with BetterHelp.com. BetterHelp.com is the world's largest therapy network, and it is 100% online. And with over 30,000 licensed and experienced professionals, there is definitely somebody there that is going to suit your needs. It's so easy to get started. You just answer a couple of questions about your therapy needs, and they'll match you with a therapist that's right for you. But if for whatever reason that therapist isn't a good fit for you, you can switch to a new therapist. no problem. And BetterHelp makes it super easy to communicate with your therapist. You can text, you can call, you can video chat, whatever feels right to you, they're there waiting to listen. And the best part is you can get 10% off your first month's service by going to betterhelp.com/thebarn. That's betterhelp.com/THEBARN. Bye.
Looking to cultivate your own cannabis? Visit Main Street Grow Supply, your local one-stop shop for all things cultivation and more. Located at 101 West Main Street in Park Hills, Missouri, Main Street Grow Supply offers a wide range of top-quality products and expert advice to help you grow your best crop yet. Whether you're a seasoned grower or just starting out, their knowledgeable staff is there to guide you every step of the way. From premium soils to state-of-the-art grow lights, Main Street Grow Supply has everything you need to nurture your plants from seed to harvest. So why wait? Visit Main Street Grow Supply today at 101 West Main Street in Park Hills, Missouri, and let them help you grow with confidence. Main Street Grow Supply, cultivating community one plant at a time.
Are you excited about Grizzly Business being your stairwell session tonight?
Absolutely.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm not enough of a musician to do my own stairwell session, so I called those guys, and they were more than happy to come do it. I love those guys. Michael, I've known him even before we were doing any of this stuff. He worked for my dad several years ago.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
And then, he started doing some solo stuff last year, did a couple of shows. We recorded some demos, so, we were starting to work on some stuff, and then he started a new job. Life got hectic for him. Shit happens.
Yeah.
But then, he put together this project, and they're really good.
Yeah. That
They
dude
are really good.
pisses me off, man.
What?
Just comes in here and he's like, I don't know, I just picked it up and started being good at it. I'm like,
I
you
know.
son of a bitch.
Yeah.
it's like he's the best guitar player, not the best guitar player I know, but he is one of the best guitar players I know.
And he don't know how to play.
And he doesn't know how to play. It's like, give me an E chord. What?
Right.
Put your finger here, here, here. Oh, okay. Yeah.
We're like, when
Call that
when you start playing guitar, he's like, well, about last week I thought, and we were like, what?
Right?
He's like, this here's the Ravenclaw.
Yeah. But then, of course, Logan also is a very good musician.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Great.
Logan can play like every instrument.
Yeah, on stage he does drums, or the cajon, guitar. I think he might sing a little. I might be wrong.
He does.
He does
sing a little, yeah. And from what I understand, he plays everything by ear. So he just has to listen, and then he can pick it up on any instrument.
That's why they get along so well.
Yeah,
Neither
because
of them
both of
actually
them
know how to play music.
Random sheet music, both are like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Speaking of,
Oh, it sounds
come
like
here, big boy.
We're just talking shit on you is all.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. We such bullshit that you come in here and we're like, hey man, you're so fucking good at guitar. How long you been playing? You're like, a week and a half. Here's the Ravenclaw. I don't know what the actual chord is.
I don't know any of them.
No, that's bullshit. Bullshit, man.
Gosh, that's too funny.
That was literally the whole conversation we were just having.
Yeah.
Do you want to pop in, say hi?
to the camera so they know who we're talking to. He's like, what, to that motherfucker? Like, what?
What about Logan? Oh, did you want to say?
Yeah, wave over.
Okay.
That's funny.
Just center it right on me.
Yep, zoomed in right in your nose hole.
Weird. That's weird. Yeah, flex them over there.
So what is your thing you're looking forward to coming up at the underground the most?
Oh man, that's tough. We've always got a lot of really cool stuff going on, a lot of really great shows. So there was the one we were talking about before we started, but I don't know if it's happening. So I'll talk about the one like right after that. The night before Thanksgiving. That's a Wednesday. I don't remember the actual day because I'm bad with numbers.
Yeah.
But we've got 4 bands that night. We've got Audio Glow,
We love
Family
Audio
Ties,
Glow.
Real Noise, and Without Banners.
Listen, we love all of those bands.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a free show,
Nice.
so just come out.
How fun.
Get real drunk Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah, that's the whole idea. It's
On
it's
Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Thanksgiving. Come
So
out,
bring
have
all your
fun.
skanks.
Let's just pack the place.
Yeah.
And I think doors are at 6. Show starts at 7.
Nice.
And
That'll
we'll
be a good
go
time.
until the cops shut us down.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun. And then before that, you guys have the Spooky Boy Halloween
Yeah, so that's this
costume
Friday.
contest.
One of our guys.
This will air after that, but
Okay, well.
But that'll be fun, though.
Okay, so before this came out, we had a costume contest.
We're living in the future, but also the past.
I don't know. Atlas on Fire. They're gonna play that.
Oh,
Or did
nice.
play that.
And they did
it was
great.
awesome.
Yeah,
Amazing
they
job.
killed
That was
it.
so fun.
I wasn't there. But
Best show we've ever seen.
yeah. Trying
That's
to think
what
of
I
what
do
else
like
we got.
about the underground is it's always different stuff
Yeah.
going on there.
Yeah.
Like I really like the pajama jam that
Oh, that
happens
is
down
so
there. That's
fun,
always
yeah.
a really good
Yeah,
time.
Honestly, I think that was like one of my favorite things so far that
yeah.
they've done, just because it was such a different vibe. Like everybody was so relaxed and chill.
Yeah,
and-
we've done a couple of those so far. I think we'll probably do another one in the spring sometime.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, we got some other cool stuff coming up. December 6th or 7th, I forget which.
You got a calendar in your pocket?
Yeah, I don't want to look at it.
Okay, cool.
I'm just gonna guess.
Go look for yourselves, and while
Yeah,
you're there,
follow
make
the
sure you hit
Park
the
Hills
right
Underground,
button.
and you'll find all of their
December
events.
6th, this one hasn't actually been officially announced, but under Park Hills Underground Radio, I, along with Kyle Lindsay, have a podcast called Live Sessions at the Underground. We bring artists in, we interview them, and then they play music. Kind of like the Tippy Jo Show.
Oh my gosh.
Right? It's not an original idea, but it's a lot of fun. So we did it anyway. But we're going to bring in some previous guests and do a live sessions at the Underground show.
Nice. That'd be awesome.
So we're still working out or finalizing the lineup, but Bigfoot's going to play that. Our friends in Everfelt. And then, hey, you guys want to play a show on December 6th? Cool.
And Grizzly Business.
Nice.
And then the day after that's a show that I'm really excited for, and it's been like I've been working on it honestly all year. There's a band from the Cape Girardeau area called Isabella. They're punk rock, and I've been trying to get them up here for a while, and it's just never really worked out. But it's gonna be them, Holding Ground, New Lingo, Hang Your Hate, and At My Worst. So like 5 really good rock metal bands.
That's awesome.
But then our final show of the year is going to be Afro Man. He's going to come back for the 3rd time.
And he's doing the Homie Initiative, right?
Yeah, so we're going to do a fundraiser and raise money for the Homie Initiative, which is a fund or a charity.
Organization.
Yeah, organization, charity around here. They raise money for the homeless and, help out the homeless. So.
And you know what I just learned, which blew my mind? So Meg, the one who runs the Homie Initiative, is actually the wife of Josh Inkabine,
Yes, she
who
is.
is in Brokeneck
Yeah,
and
he's
47
got
other
family
bands.
everywhere.
I had no idea. Yeah, and I also just learned that his mom is the Flying J Leather. That she
amazing
sets up at
leather
like, oh my gosh, she does the best leather work.
I'm
but she
sure
sets
I've
up
met
at
her.
vendor
I'm sure I've
events and
seen her
stuff.
work. It's not
But
ringing
I
a
was
bell,
like,
though.
damn, I didn't know any of this, and that's wild.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. Very cool, very cool.
I had a point, but I forgot what I was going to... What the point was. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Must not have been important.
Yeah.
Huh, look at that.
How about that?
The Afro Man shows to me are always like so
Oh,
much
yeah.
fucking fun. Like,
Yeah, Oh, I do remember what I was going to say. So not confirmed. Not confirmed at all. So take this with a grain of
Maybe,
salt.
maybe.
This is
not.
hearsay right now.
But the Park Hills Christmas Parade is the same day as the Afro Man show.
oh,
So Jason is going to talk to Afro Man.
I don't know if I
that green Cadillac.
Potentially putting him in the parade.
fuck yeah, I'd be down having him play Santa Claus.
I mean, that would be super cool.
Again.
Just throwing out joints to all the.
However,
happy
I don't
boys
know
and
if the city of Park Hills is going to go for that one.
He'll just tag along at the end.
Yeah. He wanted to
funny.
be in it. We just like tag
His
along.
float
Just be like
spot.
first in line.
So again, not confirmed.
too
Yeah.
funny.
Just an idea.
I would love that. That would be the coolest.
I don't know.
That would be
Even
wild.
if he's not,
Everybody comment below. Tell us how exciting that would be.
bro. Even if he's not, we get a car. We put a smoke machine in it. We fucking smoke the fuck out of that car. Just
Yeah, we-
drive in the parade. Say it to him.
Right. it's like the president. He's never
Yeah,
actually in
exactly.
the
Yeah,
motorcade,
yeah.
but we're gonna say he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Well, Alan, It has been a beautiful evening having you here on the Tippy Jo Show.
I appreciate you guys having me.
We appreciate you hanging out with us. It's been fun.
Has been.
Do you have anything that you would like to give a shout out to before we go?
I'm just gonna go through the list. Check out Park Hills Underground, Park Hills Underground Radio. Did I ask?
Joe's on drugs today. It's okay.
Park Hills Underground Radio. My podcast live sessions at the Underground. Check out all the shows we got coming up. You can hear me throughout the day on Froggy 96. That's 95.9 FM.
I bet I've heard him. I just didn't click.
Well, at the end of all my newscasts, I go, reporting for the Dawkins Broadcast Group, I'm Alan Smith, or something along those lines.
That's so professional.
Yeah,
I love how you
honed it
say
over the
that.
years, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much everything I
Right
have to
on.
promote. So,
Very cool.
yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for having me.
I'm ready to hear some grizzly business.
Absolutely, let's do it.